Traders, hello, welcome back. Connor, thanks for joining us again.
You're welcome, Scotty. Sorry my Skype shat itself.
Yeah, guys, technical issues, but we're pushing on here. It's an earlier trade talk as well this Thursday. And before we get into the charts and discuss what trades we're in, quick risk disclaimer. So both Connor and I, we present, what trades we're in, some potential trade ideas. It's for education and entertainment purposes only. We're not giving out professional financial advice. So if you're looking for that, please look at someone who's, regulated and who is, qualified to sort of, say what positions to take where. But again, you should really learn to trade, with virtual money to start. And, don't just jump into the markets with real money. That's pretty dangerous unless you want to lose money really fast. And, but that's bad though. So, but anyway, guys, so we're into mid-May now. So, and if you've been following the channel, you know that I'm in the pound yen and the euro US dollar. And these two have been, the euro's been a very mixed bag. Now it's actually in profit. It was sort of tanking pretty heavily last night. But I just want to get the pound yen out of the way. So this is probably going to strike the stop loss up here. That's the dash red line, viewers, at 149.655. So, or 665, sorry. And again, it's had a nice reverse. If you go to the daily chart, you'll see I pretty much got just at the low there of when it wasn't so wicky when I entered, but then it really reversed pretty heavily. So those are, the lives of trend trading sometimes. But when it does reverse, the stop loss is quite far that it's a genuine change. It's not you're just getting struck out on a little bit of noise. So that's the pound yen. Not a lot really to talk about there. You win some, you lose some. Let's go to the euro. Now, this is a little more interesting. So this actually was quite close to getting the stop loss, which was up at 1.203322, and now it's sort of fallen. And last night was pretty dramatic, and now it's sort of stabilized a little bit. So that's that. I won't be moving the stop loss until it gets to around. It's got to be around 2%, and then I'll move to break even. So this is not.
That's made that's made a lower low now on the trend, so that's looking pretty good.
Yeah. So I mean, there's some good in this month so far. It's been one of these things really. Like my rules are, if I take one losing trade, I won't trade again that week. Like I won't open another position. So this could potentially be 3 losing trades in 1 month. So the key with that is when you're in a winning trade, is to let it run as sort of much as possible in your favorable direction. So this is
do you know what your disposition is? Like how long you spend in a winning trade compared to a losing trade?
It's like 5 to 1 or something like that. It was quite long. So
yeah, because mine's like 3 to 1.
Yeah, because I don't move. I sort of move it with percentage. So there was the New Zealand dollar trade that was looking really good. Then it struck me out and it tanked some more. So it can be a cruel game. But we'll bring those stats up in another episode, guys, because with Oanda, you can look at how long you've been in a winning trade. And really, the good traders, they don't just win all the time. That's not necessarily that important. But when they're in a winning trade, is you really want to, not rush it and not close out too early, which is easy to do when you're in a bit of money there and you're like, well, I'll just take it off the table. But you've just got to be patient.
If you look at it from a long-term perspective, if you're in a if you're in a trade, you're not going to stuff up as much if you're in trades for longer. Like if you're in a winning trade for longer, you're just going to cut because it's important just to cut your losses and let your winners run.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So that's where the disposition can be quite important to know.
And the big winners you'll find, guys, like Connor was in that Euro-Swiss trade, which we'll talk about next. There can be some big moves that happen, but only a few times in the year with trend trading. So it's important to never really go, oh, I'm done with this one, it's fine, because that could be the big winning trade. So it's really important to just not close things too early. But I think on that segue, we can go to the Euro-Swiss. So this was this around 6 weeks or so? This was open for?
I was in it for 34 days.
Yeah, nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
And then, when it tanked.
Oh, yeah. I've just got the 4 hour up now. And
yeah.
I mean, look how long it held
Yeah,
sideways
it's
for, though. It gave it a good crack at getting through that 1.20, which was very historically significant for the pair. And now it is pretty interesting. Yeah. But, I mean, it was either going to keep going or there were just a lot of profit taking, it looks like, really. And people were just like, okay. But, look, I mean, so you got in this, if I go in the daily chart, just when it started to sort of break out. And then, look at that. Very nice.
Yeah, I got in at like 1.173.
Oh, wow.
And
nice.
I got stopped out at, if I can just have a quick look, I got stopped out at 1.185, something like that.
Yeah.
So,
and look, so you captured the whole move, really. Like,
I did all right. I took a little bit of a risk, like waiting for it to drop a bit more, and then put my stop loss underneath the higher low. But all in all, it was quite a good trade. It's quite a good trade, and I was patient throughout it. I bagged 1,200 pips.
Yeah,
a little bit
I was
over.
going to say that's
1,219 pips.
So at the peak, I mean, you would have been unrealized nearly, because some viewers would say like, oh, why didn't you just take it when it hit the resistance when you would have been unrealized? It would have been like nearly 4% maybe, close to it.
Yeah.
So
it pretty much was, but I mean, that's hindsight, isn't it? Who knows when the peak is?
That's right.
For
so
starters.
guys, when you see this and you don't know, it might go back a bit and then continue on. So it's important to never really go, the market's moved enough, because it's hard to tell. And usually when you think that, it just keeps going, and you get punished for sort of thinking you know what the market's going to do. So, but that's a good example.
I find that with Scott, like, you got to be careful when you're looking for people to learn off and you're looking for education. A lot of people will show you like what's going on in hindsight. They'll be like, look, it touched resistance here and it went back down and then up, and look, it went back down. It's like, yeah, you're just showing me a chart. Like, they're pretending like they predicted once it hit resistance it was going to go back down. You know what I mean? It's like you're looking at it in retrospect. Like, why are you doing this? Like, I think the best way to teach it is no one really knows what's going on. We've got, and especially retail traders, because we've got asymmetric information. The big institutions have far more information. So you've just got to be patient, have some balls, and just wait for, and then just have a good exit strategy, and whatever happens, because you don't really know. And I get peed off when people are starting to get into the intricacies, like, this candle means this means that. And it's like, you're just showing it in retrospect. You don't know.
Yeah, and when they, fundamentals lead to moves and everything in, like, when they look at past tense, and it's easy to sort of do that. So when you are in a trade, guys, and it's winning, don't just sort of close it out too early, because when you have a losing trade that hits your stop and that's a full loss, you sort of want the winners to be more than the losing trades, especially if your win rate is like 60% or so. And that's something you can use back testing to determine, which helps.
Do you know what your win rate is for the year, Scotty? Because we're nearly halfway through the year.
It's about 55, I think, from memory. It was either 58 or 55. So, and I've got my AxiTrader account up here, and that would be, I've only opened it this month. So I've had one losing trade, so two losing. So this is going to be 100% losing rate. So, but I've got the Euro Open still, which is going to probably go for a while, I think, hopefully. But I think on the Oanda account, which I've done a few trades on, that's around 55. So, and
mine's 56.7% win rate.
Yeah.
For the year, and I've been in 30 trades.
Yeah.
So I haven't really been in like a heap.
Yeah.
But
yeah. And all right, so let's get back to the charts. We've got the Aussie Kiwi here. I'll get the daily up. So you're potentially looking at this maybe as a buy trade. It just has a bit of work to do still, though.
Yeah, look, if it really, really went up, I prefer how the cable's looking at the moment on the daily, but this, if it really went up and like busted through and closed above 1.09, I'd have a look at it. But it's not.
Yeah.
It's not. You can see it's got some good sort of sideways action, and if it was really a breakout and say that it wants to go further up, then maybe. But it's probably like a 4 out of 5, a 3.5 out of 5 at the moment.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
It does have a bit of work to do, guys. So, but it's good to sort of keep your eye on these things as well, because obviously we don't trade that frequently compared to, lower time frame traders. So that's sort of it's just good to be aware of that for the Aussie Kiwi. And I'll get the USDCAD up as well just to show you guys.
No, USDCAD. It's the cable USD.
Oh, sorry.
Great British Pound USD dollar.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, on the daily, sort of see it's going sideways.
Yeah, it is. Oh, so potential sell trade here with the cable.
Yes.
Yeah, nice. Yes. That's actually, yeah. I'll get the line chart just to see. Yeah, look, I mean, if it does want to cooperate, that'd be nice, because on the daily, it hasn't held that long on the daily chart sideways, so it's not like it's too bad. And
yeah,
we'll see. I mean, it is Asia session currently, so we'll see how tonight sort of goes. But guys, anyway, I think we've covered quite a lot actually, and it hasn't been that long. Normally we go really off topic, and this is good. All right, so again, guys, if you're looking for comments to be answered, or you've got specific questions, please leave a comment in the description section, or send us an email, Twitter @TradeTalkPippin. We're quite frequent there as well. Any closing words, Connor?
No, hit the nail on the head as always.
Excellent. All right. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. And next week we'll be back again. Bye for now.